creating a design or having the intention to create something
Yeah.
and being able to set a series of inputs, set a series of constraints on the particular design, and then letting the computer iterate through those design options for you to come up with unique designs or unique options that you might not have thought about.
Yeah.
So I guess to kind of put that into some practical sense, I have seen some people that are using generative design to work out or to lay out the nursing stations in a hospital, for example. Okay, so they're designing a hospital floor. They want to know how many nursing stations they should have and where should they be.
Yeah.
And the constraints that or what they were trying to optimize is, the amount of distance a nurse will travel over a 12-hour shift. So if they can minimize that,
Yeah.
they will put, the nursing stations in unique places that might not, that might be different to what a human would sort of think is best practice.
Yeah.
I guess I've also seen office layouts getting designed or getting developed with generative design to optimize, the views to windows, lighting, acoustics, same thing, distances to kitchens and amenities.
Yeah.
And then I guess, in this kind of post-COVID world, I'm also reading about how people are investigating the use of generative design to optimize office layouts. So, they're incorporating the social distancing, 1.5 meter spacings, laying out offices to be the most effective to adhere to those rules, and then even letting the computer come up with unique sort of egress paths around a building to minimize the people walking past each other in a hallway. So everyone's kind of on that same route.